Coming up on today's show, Chat Sports, our main channel, did some mid-season awards. So I cut a little spot out of it because I think you might want to see who they have winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Also, CJ Stroud, is he the best player in the entire NFL? I don't know. We'll break that down, and a little bit of interesting Bengals injury news ahead of their matchup with the Houston Texans this weekend. But before we get the show started, before I turn it over to another Chat Sports host, Jack Sperry, I need you to spam it down in the comments. CJ7, I need you to spam it down in the comments for our boy, CJ Stroud. Yeah, because he's the most electrifying, the most wanted quarterback in the entire NFL. This man, he is fire personified. I'm telling you this right now, CJ Stroud, he's the best quarterback in the entire NFL. And if you agree with me, go down and spam CJ7.
Right now, let's get to the Offensive Rookie of the Year, and this one's pretty obvious to me. I think everyone kind of acknowledges that it's C.J. Stroud, quarterback for the Houston Texans. And listen, man, this guy's been absolutely incredible to start the year. Our Houston Texans host, Jeremy Chuggs, thinks that this guy is the MVP of the league, and you take a look at his numbers here. I mean, they're pretty damn good, man. I'm not going to lie. 62.2 completion percentage, just under 300 yards per game passing, and then 14 touchdowns to just one interception. C.J. Stroud already has more touchdown passes in his NFL career, half a season, than Kenny Pickett, second-year quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has in his entire career. So C.J. Stroud definitely lighting up the scoreboard this year. He's been absolutely fantastic. He's probably going to be the runaway favorite to win the Rookie of the Year trophy, unless Will Levis somehow comes and takes it. But I definitely don't see that happening. I do want to give an honorable mention, though, to Puka Nacua, wide receiver out of BYU, playing for the Los Angeles Rams. He has been fantastic. I mean, the Rams pretty much got another version of Cooper Kupp here in Puka Nacua. And to have two of those types of players, big, good blocking wide receivers that always get open. I mean, you can never have enough Puka Nacuas and Cooper Kupps on your roster. So I want to give a little shout out to Puka. But it's the quarterback position, and C.J. Stroud is freaking awesome. Then we get to the Defensive Rookie of the Year here. I'm going to give it to Jalen Carter right now. I mean, Jalen Carter, I cannot believe we let this guy fall to the Philadelphia Eagles in the first round of the NFL draft. This guy should have been either the first or second pick in the draft, given the way that he's come in, and he's been absolutely on fire. 16 tackles, 4 sacks, and 5 tackles for loss, and already 2 forced fumbles. This guy, when you watch him on film, he is so impactful on the line of scrimmage. It's incredible. He is the number 2 graded defensive tackle in all of football right now as a rookie. So as much as guys like Devin Witherspoon with the Seattle Seahawks have really done a great job, and he gets my honorable mention here, he's been fantastic. He's one of the highest graded corners in all of football. If anybody is kind of that Sauce Gardner kind of that we saw last year, nobody's Sauce. Sauce was arguably the best corner in football in his rookie season. But if anybody has come on to the scene and really shown that they're a top-end corner right away, it's Devin Witherspoon. And it seems like that was a good pick for the Seattle Seahawks. But since they passed on Jalen Carter, is it really all that good of a draft pick? All right. Now, before I get into the rest of my picks here, I got Comeback Player of the Year and Coach of the Year to finish off today's show. But before I get into those, click that thumbs up icon right now. Like today's show if you're feeling generous. We really do appreciate everybody that likes our videos. Tells the YouTube algorithm to push our videos out to other NFL fans like yourselves. So if you want to help out our channel today and you're feeling generous, make sure you click that thumbs up icon.
Thank you for the analysis there, Sperry. But I know he's a front runner for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but should he also be in contention for the MVP? CJ Stroud has had an amazing year, and I just want to do a game with y'all real quick. Here's a little blind resume test of some advanced stats this season. One of the quarterbacks is CJ Stroud, and another quarterback is a top QB in the NFL. As we see here with the numbers, CJ Stroud, advanced stats, and another quarterback's advanced stats. YPA is yards per attempt. TWP is turnover-worthy plays. ADJ percentage, that's adjusted completion percentage, so it takes into account, dropped passes and, really good defensive plays. EPA is estimated points added, so how many points they add to their team, how effective they are for their team's offense and points above replacement. That is, another advanced stat saying like, hey, this is how much they add to their team. This is how many points they add to their team better than their replacement. So off of that, off the blind resume, who are you going with? QB1 or QB2? Let me know down in the comment section. Type 1 if you're choosing QB1. Type 2 if you're choosing QB2. I'll let you know who those quarterbacks are in just a moment, but got to show some love to Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy sports made easy, folks. And with basketball season here, you can now pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports or leagues. For example, LeBron James and Nico Collins at 10.5 combo of 3 points made and receptions. That would be very fun to play on my Prize Picks. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this football season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250. Here's my picks for this weekend. Tank Dell, give me the more on receiving yards. Nico Collins, give me the more on his receiving yards. And C.J. Stroud, give me the more on his pass yards. I think this offense is going to be electric once again this offseason. You can use my picks or you can fade my picks as long as you do it with Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's, once again, prizepicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS for a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks is daily fantasy sports made easy. Now, here are the quarterbacks. QB1 was C.J. Stroud. So if you said 1, you're picking our guy Stroud. And QB2, Patrick Mahomes, widely known as the best quarterback in the entire NFL. Close. Really close on all their advanced stats and their normal stats throughout the season. C.J. Stroud is looking as good as any quarterback in the entire NFL, including Patrick Mahomes. And if he were to win MVP this year, he would be making history. The only rookie to ever win MVP. Good trivia question. PD didn't know this one. Good trivia question. The only other MVP to ever win as a rookie, Jim Brown in 1957. We'll get to some Bengals injury news in just a moment, but make sure you're subscribed for all the Texans coverage you need all year long. Wall-to-wall Texans coverage throughout the entire season. Make sure you're locked in to the fastest growing Texans channel here on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/TexansTV or beneath the video, go hit that subscribe button right now. Now, we're going to be talking about a little bit of interesting Bengals injury news. We talked Jamar Chase, but could their number 2 wide receiver be missing as well? Tee Higgins has not practiced this Thursday with a hamstring injury, was limited on Wednesday, did not practice on Thursday. Very interesting to see. And then, kind of the inverse. Jamar Chase was out on Wednesday, limited on Thursday with a back injury. The Bengals don't have their top 2 wide receivers. This Texans defense needs to feast. They need to get after Joe Burrow, and they need to make this Bengals offense hurt. That is really good news for this Texans defense, considering they're just getting back Derek Stingley. Jimmy Ward is injured as well. So if they don't have their top 2 receivers, it's going to be tough sledding for Joe Burrow this Sunday. A couple of other interesting injury notes I wanted to point out. Akeem Davis-Gather, one of their top linebackers, limited on Thursday with a knee injury, so that's never good. And then one of their good pass rushers, Sam Hubbard, also limited on Thursday with an ankle injury. Just some injuries to keep an eye out on as the Texans get ready for their matchup with the Bengals this Sunday. Now, if you made it to the end of today's video, go ahead and spam those H's down in the comment section so I know you're a real one. I appreciate everybody who clicked onto today's video, watched the whole way through. Shout out to Jack Sperry for breaking down C.J. Stroud, Offensive Rookie of the Year, at the top of this show. And like I said, if you want more Texans news and rumors, you know where to go. It's Texans Today, baby.